Hey everybody, welcome to patinarod. I'm Dennis. Today I want to talk to you about how to restore your fuel cell. I know many of you are on a budget build such as I am, and anytime you can save a little bit of money, it makes a big difference in the end game. So you got your fuel cell out and you're thinking about you want to reuse it, but then when you look down inside it, you see a bunch of debris, rust, corrosion, might have a few little small pinholes, and you're thinking that it's shot. Well, it's not. Today I'm going to show you how you can resurrect this fuel cell by using this product right here. It's called Red Kote fuel tank liner. It's a good product. I've used it. This is the 4th fuel cell that I've used it in. You can see here in the background, it's primed because after this video, I'm going to paint it and then I'm going to install it in my pickup truck, which is Zero, the 56 Chevy Task Force pickup truck that I'm working on. So as far as the outside of the tank goes, as far as cleaning it, after I got the inside of the tank ready, cleaned out and everything and dry, and before I put the Red Kote in it, I went ahead and sanded it all down, cleaned it off, got it ready to be painted. If you're going to paint your tank, it's best to clean it after you've made sure you got all the old fuel out, and while you're doing the process of letting it dry would be a good time to get the tank cleaned up and get it prepared for primer, because the worst thing would be to do all the sanding and cleaning on it and then have the debris fall back in it, and then you're back at it trying to clean it out again. It doesn't matter what fuel cell that it is. It could be out of an early model vehicle. It could be in a late model vehicle if you need to line the inside of a gas tank in a later model vehicle for whatever reason. So I do encourage you, if you buy this product, you need to read thoroughly through the directions and instructions. It is highly flammable. It is toxic. So do wear a mask when you go to apply this in your fuel cell. So what you're going to need to do is, before anything occurs, you got the fuel cell out, you got the sending unit out. You need to make sure you got all the old fuel out of it. And by way of doing that, once you dumped out the old fuel, you can add a solvent in there that will dispense the fuel, and then you slosh it around in the tank and you get it all cleaned out. Then after that, you need to dry the tank, because after it's dry, you take some chain and you throw it down inside of the tank and you shake it around and you rattle it around. And what this is doing is it's knocking loose all the debris that are in there, all the loose rust and all the corrosion. You might even shake out a rat's nest, which I've done before in the past. So after you've gotten all the debris out and you're satisfied that everything is falling out of it, you go back in there with solvent. And this, again, will pick up any of the loose dust from shaking the chain around in there, and it'll get any other debris that you might not have gotten out. And then you will want to rinse this solvent out with the hose, and you just let it flow until the water runs clean and you're sure that all the solvent is out of the tank. After that, it is very important that the tank is completely dry before you apply the Red Kote. Again, read the instructions. It tells you how to do it. It's simple. So after you got the tank dry, and how I've done it was turn the air compressor on, stuff a hose down in there, put a rag around it, and just let the air compressor run on it for 2 hours, and it was dried out. Some of you might not be able to do that, so drying times may vary if you're just letting it dry in the air, but do make sure that you have no water left in the tank before you apply the Red Kote. So now you're ready to apply the Red Kote, and what you're going to want to do is just like you did when you had the chain in there. Instead of shaking it vigorously, you're going to want to just kind of slowly rotate it like it's on a rotisserie. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So you get the tank, and let's say pour the Red Kote in from the top here, and it's down there in the bottom, and that's what you're going to want to do first. You're going to want to just kind of slowly do this and let it run down, and then you're going to turn it back and you let it run down. When you're satisfied that you got that coated on the bottom, you pour another quarter of the can in there and you turn it flat on its back, and then you coat the sides of the tank. Once you're satisfied with that, pour some more in there, another quarter of the can, then you do this side, and then you slowly tilt it, and then finally you pour the last quarter of the can in there, get you some tape, you seal off the top, you seal off the other end, and then you would just turn it upside down, and now you're coating the top of the fuel cell. And then again, you're gonna rotate it, and it's gonna coat it. The stuff is very fluid, so it will run out if you're not careful. So if you decide that you don't want to cap off the ends, have a container or have the container that the stuff come out of to where you can tilt it out and it'll flow out of the nozzle into the can. Once it's dry, this is important. You got to let this stuff dry before you put the fuel in it. You can't just do that and then add fuel. If you're working on a project, it might be some time before you add fuel to it, so you should be okay. Again, read the instructions. It tells you about how long you need to wait before you apply actual fuel in the fuel cell. The Red Kote is a bright crimson red, and you'll be able to see inside the tank where it has coated and where it has not. If you had one of those micro cameras, you could stick it down in there and you could view it. That would be awesome. I don't have one of those. I just go on faith that I'm covering it. If you do it the way that I showed you, you pour a quarter of the can in there and then you coat the bottom. Then you put another quarter of the can, you flip the tank and you tilt it side to side, and you do that until you got all 4 sides completed. It will coat it, it will cover it. It's fluid, it runs, but then eventually it starts to slow down and it moves like sap. And that's when it's starting to level itself and it's starting to adhere to the inside of the tank, and it's gonna just put down its coating and seal up your tank for you. I've never had a problem with it. Like I said, this will be the 4th tank that I'm using it on, and I've never had a problem. So this video is for anybody out there that might not have known about this product, and now they know. This is all about just putting knowledge out there. Use your best judgment when you look inside your fuel cell if you think it can be resurrected. Most of them can. So just do the steps that I provided for you and read the back of the can on it, and you should have no problems. So all the new beginners out there, here's a tip for you. Hope it works for you. And these videos are just out here to help people. I appreciate everybody on the patina code, everybody that's on the team. I appreciate all the newcomers. So if you got a project or you got a finish ride and you want to be part of Patina Code, direct message the videos or the pictures to me. We will get them posted, get you featured, and bring you on as a member of the Patina Code. Really do appreciate it. Everybody on the Patina Code, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I'm gonna get back to this fuel cell. I got it cleaned up and primed. I'm ready to paint it, and that's what I'm getting ready to do next. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for checking me out.